Jamaica, always on the go, as you already know. So listen, y'all. Let me tell y'all, I have had such an amazing day. The last couple of days have been getting me all the way together, and of course, I have to come to y'all and tell y'all about this little discussion that we had in my group. So we were talking about, or the topic was the audacity, and honey, it's all about. Look, I'm all about it, and it is here. Y'all, I had to cut the AC on, so I know y'all had a little wind, and y'all will be all right. But I was just talking to my group about the audacity, and I said it could always go any way, like a number of different ways. And I don't know, y'all can and can't see me. It'll be all right. But the biggest thing is the audacity that people have when they come to you, people being audacious, coming to you and saying whatever it is that they believe that they should say, whether you feel that they even have that type of stance in your life, whether you feel that person is important, no matter what it is, like people sometimes find the audacity to approach you and tell you what you should be doing, how you should live your life, all these great things, and that's fine. Um, but of course, for me, before you come talking to me about my life and how I should show up in it, make sure that you got a little something going for yourself, okay? Um, but hey, do what is necessary. And I think it was funny because with this conversation that I was having, I was telling people that you sometimes have to have the audacity to do things for yourself. Um, yeah, hold on, somebody trying to call me, and I'm trying to talk to the people. Okay. So one of the things that I was saying is, like, you have to take the audacity upon yourself to do the things that you need to do. And you also have to realize how you're mismanaging yourself. Like, sometimes you have the audacity to sleep on you, and you should not sleep on you. Like, you are the shit. Like, you are everything you are everything that you need for yourself, and you need to take yourself to that next level. You need to do what you can do for yourself to achieve whatever goals that you set out to achieve. Like, who are you to think that you don't deserve the best? Who are you to believe that you're less than somebody else? Like, the audacity of you to doubt who you are, that is crazy to me. Like, and the reason why it's crazy is because, you know, for so long, I've allowed other people to tell me different things about myself to make me feel as though I need to dim my light in order to allow them to shine, in order to allow them to feel comfortable. And at this stage in my life, I'm learning, and I know for certain that I can no longer do that. I can no longer show up and be this small, timid thing, and I can no longer not talk for myself. I can no longer allow other people to be more boisterous about my life and my concerns than what I am for me. And with that being said, I have to welcome you and welcome myself into this new era of being Jamaica. And I challenge some of you to do the same for yourself. I challenge you to step outside your own comfort zones and to show up for you, and to be who you want to be who you think you are. And the thing about it is, it's not just the thought of in and of itself. A lot of it has to do with the simple fact that you are. Like, the whole point in it is to be. And so, in a process of becoming, you do wind up going through phases where you start to question yourself. You're trying to find things that whether or not it fits into this right mold and what it is you want to be. You're going to have moments where you fail. You're going to have moments where you have to recalibrate and figure out your next move, your next best thing. But that is fine. Allow that to happen. Allow yourself the opportunity to explore yourself, to explore your likes, your dislikes. Allow yourself to become untrapped from things that people always want to make it seem like you should be. Get yourself out of your own disposition, because at the end of the day, how can you have the audacity to fail yourself? Like, that's a big question. How do you have the audacity to fail yourself? Like, failure is not the option for me at this point in my life, at this stage in my life. So I have to show up bigger, better, grander, whatever it is that is deemed necessary for me to move on to this next level. And I have to also position myself with people who are ready to apply every aspect of that, with people who are understanding that there's nothing what I am doing for myself has nothing to do with them, to be very specific with them, but in the grand scheme of things, that we're all working towards our highest good. And that's, for me, is very vital at this stage in my life. And so in the conversation that we were having, one of the questions I asked was, what do you add? The audacity is kind of like the audacity of you. What do you say is your success, and what roles have you played in your success, and what roles have you played in your detriment of yourself? Because what a lot of people don't realize is that we are the reason why we're failing. We're the reason why we're not choosing us. We're the reason why people are treating us the way that they're treating us. And we sometimes keep ourselves in that season, and in those frames, for no apparent reason, because of the fact that you don't want to lose someone. And at the end of the day, you start losing yourself. That's crazy to me. You don't want to lose someone, but you're losing yourself, and bits and pieces of yourself, because you feel that you want to be more comfortable around someone. I can't do it anymore. Can't lose me, and gotta learn how to maneuver through life, stepping outside of the comfort zone. The comfort zone is what's going to keep you in a circle. If this is the comfort zone, I need all the space outside of it. And it's necessary for success. It's necessary for this next level. And then I also asked, like, what are you going to have the audacity to do for yourself to get yourself to the next level? And I guess showing up for me is one of those things. Like, y'all know I've been on here trying to go out. Well, trying. I've been on here going live, and my goal is to hit 100 days. Whether it's 100 days live, it's 100 days recorded, whatever it is, the idea is that I'm going to offer myself up, offer up my time, offer up my knowledge, my wisdom, whatever it is, for 100 days, and then more, of course, later on, but to show up and to take space, because there's something that I have to be better about for myself, and then there's something that I have that I have to offer to other people. And however and whatever it is, I have to be at a place where I'm presenting it at a bigger level, and it's gonna be different, and it's gonna be amazing, and there's so many things that's gonna come full circle for me. And then, not only is it, what do I have to do for myself to show up? What do I have to do for myself to show up in the audacities that I'm gonna take to get to my next level? But also, like, what audacity will I take, or what do I have the audacity to request and to require from those who are around me? And the way that people who have the privilege to be around me, because it is a privilege, and you should feel the same way, that when people come into your space, of course, I love everybody with the deepest gratitude. I'm definitely there. I feel deep for people. However, because of that, I have to make sure that I'm protecting myself in a certain light, in a certain way. And those people who are around me, I have to make sure that they understand that too. And I have to have expectations for them, and not necessarily expectations for them, but let me change that, because I don't have expectations for people, because expectations are like goals, but I do have standards for people. And the people who find themselves able to be a participant in my space and around me, those individuals are masterful people. And so they require me to show up bigger and better. And I require the same thing from them, because it's all about reciprocation in my space. That was a word for me a couple years ago, reciprocation, because I was giving so much of myself to people, and I was finding myself in a situation where people weren't giving anything to me. People didn't care. They was just takers, and they took. And people who are givers find themselves sometimes in a room full of takers. And until the giver realizes what they have and how special it is, they're not, and how they need to appreciate it first. They're not going to find people who appreciate them and appreciate what they're offering. So that was very vital, and it took time, it took stages, and I teach those things in my class. Like I help people become more aware of themselves. I help people strategize their lives and understand that they are very important, that who they are, they don't, it's not requiring them necessarily to do anything, but if you just be who you are deep down within you, everything else around you is going to change and adjust, because you have to realize how vital you are to yourself, how important you are to yourself. And then certain things you're just not going to stand for. You're going to create opportunities for yourself. You're going to create a standard for yourself, just like a business have standard operations, right? It's a certain way that things have to be ran in order for it to run smoothly. You have to create that in your life, and you have to have those expectations for yourself, and those expectations are goals that are tangible, that can be met. But you have to make sure that you're surrounding yourself with the right people, with the right environment, so that you can flourish. Just like a flower, you plant a flower among rocks, not as many will survive as it will in the right type of grass, if it's getting the right type of grass soil. But if it's getting the right type of water, right, and having things, there's another word that I'm trying to come up with, and y'all have to excuse me sometimes. It happens. Look, it happens. Your girl been in a couple accidents, and well, sometimes the head injuries be injuring. But it matters not, because at the end of the day, you know what, the greatness that is within me has to exude out of me. And so at the end of the day, for you as well, I feel the exact same thing. Place yourself in situations around people who can help you nourish what it is that you have to flourish from yourself. You are a seed. You are more than a seed. You are so much more. You're in a place where you are able to be abundant and to multiply, and all the things that you decide that you want to venture into, that you want to touch, that you want to understand, that you want to learn. All of these options are available to you, but you have to do the things that you can to get to those places. And again, I don't know if I did the conversation the other day about happiness, because in one of the classes, one of the rooms that was held, we talked about happiness and how people have this tendency to repeat certain aspects that do not cause them to be happy. They repeat certain things because they're so used to it, right? They have created these habits that create dysfunction in their life. And so you have to get to a point where you're trying to break these habits, and that's something that you guys are seeing for me as these steps that I'm taking to step outside of my comfort zone to break habits, habitual habits that I have fostered over the number of years that I've been alive. And so, that's a good place to leave it. Look, is to get to a place where we undo what we've already done, that we uncover what we've been covering up about ourselves, and that we have the audacity to do such with fidelity, so that we can move beyond who we are today and make sure that we be who we know ourselves to be. Make sure that we exist beyond our circumstances, because the circumstances, they come and go. They're gonna be, things are always going to happen, but allow these things to happen for you, not to you. And that's a big difference. But all right, child, I'm not gonna stay on here too long. Look, I got a couple things I need to do, a couple people I need to see and say hello to, and return this phone call, because your girl got people she need to be talking to. Okay. All right, y'all. So I love y'all. I'm gonna see y'all another day. If you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe to the channel down below. Make sure you click the like button. Make sure you leave a comment if this resonated with you. If there's any questions that you have, please feel free to contact me. My program, y'all, we're gonna start that bad boy back up pretty soon. I'll have dates coming soon so that you can know exactly when to join. It usually is reoccurring and it's always going, but over the course of this next month, and it might start sometime before that, but over the course of this next month, I'm trying to fix a couple of things and update a couple of things. And so whew, when we reboot, baby, it's going to be so delicious. So, all right, y'all, again, like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Um, Look, holla at your girl. All right, I love y'all. Bye.